Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA, in his luxurious 16-foot travel trailer, soon to be a 17-foot Casita Deluxe, something, whatever, Freedom Deluxe. Couldn't think of the name of it. Swivel, swivel. Anyway, what I want to touch on in this video is odor control in your holding tanks if you're in an RV. Okay, I have full-time RV'd for 25 plus years, lived in travel trailers all that time, most of that time, 99% of it, and so I have had some experience with holding tank odor control. Boo, not here, not here, there, you know what I mean? So there are several options. I'm sure they're all good, okay? I'm sure they all will work. You can use powder, liquids, or drop-ins. You know, there's little pouches you just drop in the toilet or in the sink or whatever. I don't know if you can drop them in the sink, but anyway, and most of those work pretty good, and I'll get back to that in a minute. You can also make your own. You can do homemade. You know, there's a way to use, you can get some powder water softener stuff like Calgon and, you know, laundry detergent, dish soap, and bleach, and mix all that together, and yeah, you could make a bomb probably. But anyway, that's a lot of trouble, and you really don't know which one of those chemicals can be harmful to your holding tank. Bleach is not really all that great in your holding tank by itself for an extended period of time, I'll tell you that. And but caveat here, when you're traveling from point A to point B in your RV, then you can add and should add, take about a quarter cup of laundry detergent or dish detergent, whatever you got, and add about a quarter cup to your black tank, quarter cup to your gray tank. Add about a gallon of water to each one of those after you've emptied your tanks, of course, and then when you're driving down the highway, that sloshing around of that gallon of water will help clean those tanks out and deodorize them, and that's a cheap way to keep them clean and deodorized. So I'll show you what I use. I use this, well, right now I'm using this. I had a bottle of the liquid. It's called Chem. This stuff, original stuff, it's made by Thetford. If you got a lift, you can't say Thetford. But anyway, there's 10 2-ounce packs in there, and that'll last me, God, 6 months, you know, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But yeah, but the liquid is better. It's easier. The powdered stuff, you have to be real careful handling it because the stuff is, it's really finely granulated, and you can get it in the air and get it in your nose and stuff. It's not a good idea to breathe that stuff. And the reason I keep it in this little plastic bag is those little granules, even though you keep the bag sealed, if you don't use all of it, somehow or another, they'll get on the floor around that box if you don't keep it in a bag. So anyway, but if you're going to use the Thetford stuff, Camco or whatever it is, Chem, the liquid is easier to use. You just put a little bit. But for the past year or so, I mean, I have a home base here in Central Texas, and I'm parked here. I've got a semi-full hookup, and by that I mean I've got water, electric, and septic. Septic is it was here when I bought this property, and it's really not an underground fancy well-engineered thing. Basically what they did is they made a little drain field out on top of the ground about, I don't know, 50 feet away, and put it in the direction where the wind doesn't come out of much, with the west side, and so that worked fine for a few years. But anyway, I've just decided that I don't want to be worried about any odor out there, so my solid waste goes in the trash can. And but I'll go back, let me digress a second. When you're parked for days, weeks, months, or whatever, there's always a question a lot of people have: should I have both valves open, both valves closed? Should I have the gray water open, the black water closed, black water open, gray water closed, or what? It's all your choice. You can open both valves, close both valves, that's your choice. If you close both valves, you're just going to have to use more odor control stuff, and you know, if the temperature is 70 degrees or higher, yeah, those little bacteria go nuts, and that's what causes the odor. So what I would say is, if you're going to be in a place parked for days, you can leave the valves open. The downside is that the black water tank, if the valve is open, what will happen is the liquid will drain out, but not all of the solid will drain out, and you'll end up with some solids, and it'll start to cake up. It'll build up in there in your black tank, and then it's hell to get that out of there. So you know, if you're going to be parked for a few days, go ahead and close that valve and add you some holding tank deodorant as needed, and then dump it as needed, of course, if you have a full hookup. And on the gray water, I don't think it makes any issue at all. You can put a little, you know, for me, just using the dish washing detergent or dish soap, cleaning dishes and stuff, is enough down the drain, and for the gray water tank to stay odor free. For me, I'm one person, okay? But what I do, and have started doing over a year ago, is I take a trash bag, put it when I'm going to do my thing in the morning, and I put it in the toilet, and I put some kitty litter in there, and then when I poop, I just take that bag out, tie a knot, and then put it in with the regular trash, and then throw it in the trash. The reason I add the kitty litter is two reasons. One, it's definitely odor control, and it definitely works. And then when I get through pooping, I'll add a little more kitty litter and then tie the bag and put it in trash. And then that way, if I'm delayed several hours before I get somewhere to dump the trash, that odor is not intolerable, okay? Or it's not. In most cases, you don't even notice it. That kitty litter is pretty effective at controlling odors. But again, you know, I just now, since I'm doing that, I've got both valves open all the time here at my home base, and I don't have any odor problems at all, and haven't had them in months and months. Nor will I again, because again, I've got a 2019 Casita on order. Pick it up in October the 23rd, and I don't plan on using the black water tank at all, except for the urine stuff, the liquids, and as far as the solid waste, it'll go in a bag and go to the trash. And I'll use the kitty litter. Let me show you the kitty litter too. I know you've probably seen it, but if you get these big old good ones here, like they had this on sale. This is a giant one here. This is 20 pounds of clumping litter, scented. And yeah, I got scented for a reason, because I've got a scent that I want to cover up. But yeah, this stuff is amazingly, and it's 99% dust free, but it's the cheapest stuff I could find. 20 pounds of this was $7, okay? And I use 4 ounces a day approximately, maybe that much, maybe six ounces. So it'll last me 2 or 3 months, cost me $7. So that's certainly not a big expense. But if you're going to do the bag thing, whether you're in a van, car, or whatever, I highly recommend having some kitty litter for odor control. So anyway, what else can I tell you about it? Valves open, valves closed. Yeah, again, if you have the valves open all the time, you can get a little buildup in your black water tank, which is not going to make you a happy camper, because at some point some of that stuff will break loose, and then the drain won't work very well at all. So in some cases it could stop it up altogether. Now, as far as using all these drain cleaners and black water cleaners and all that stuff, I've never used them because I've never had to. The thing that keeps my tanks clean is you know, whenever I'm towing, I have a gallon of water in each tank with about a 1/4 cup of laundry detergent, and that sloshing around right there back and forth keeps it pretty clean. I've never had any problems, and I've been at this a long time, 25 years or more. So anyway, from Central Texas, USA, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I get a small commission, and it doesn't cost you 1 penny. So if you want to use it, fine. If you don't want to fool with it, don't worry about it. And what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and also help you lose weight, because you'll be full of water. Okay? and you won't want to snack, and that's the big problem right there. And what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure, and that's a free way to lower your blood pressure right there. And it works, trust me, try it. And then what else? Stretch, 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 swivel, 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 you know what I mean? Exercise your body, you know, once or twice a day if you can. You'll feel better, and you'll live longer. And what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. This is yours up here. You know, you don't have to just let any talking head get in there and it stir you up emotionally, or movies or whatever. You know, turn them off. You know, and you know, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and enjoy your life one day at a time. Valves open, valve closed. I don't know. It's up to you. Adios, amigos. Bye bye.